Finally, somewhere to sit. Oh, you take this train too? Well, I mean, it's my first time taking it, so... We have homeroom together, right? And English too, I think. What do you mean there's tons of places to sit? Well, yeah, but if you look at the seats on this train, some of them are really grimy. I don't exactly want to be sitting in some random dude's sweat stain. So, it's, not my fault the only clean one's next to you. Anyway, this trip is a lot longer than the normal bus I used to take from school. I've had to make, 3 changeovers. So that means... Well, you would have as well, right? Do you do this every day? Wow. And in the morning, too? God, that sounds awful. I hate the train so far. I'd prefer just to take a city bus, but... My stupid dad had to move downtown. And of course it's impossible to even drive there because of the traffic. Where did he used to live? Oh, not too far from the school. It was about a 10-minute bus ride. And the bus came every 15 minutes, so I didn't have to stand at a station waiting for half an hour. God. If I have a trip like this, I won't be able to spend any time with my friends. It'll be impossible to get to and from any of their places. I'm gonna miss out on so many parties. Not that you'd know anything about that, I'd imagine. No offense. You seem fine, just not like the type who wants to go out and get drunk. Anyway, I've been experimenting with different train routes, so I probably won't even be on this one tomorrow. I just want to see which is the least painful. Whatever trains are on time the most, and take me as close as possible to my dad's place. I hate having to walk around downtown. I feel like there's garbage everywhere, it just smells so bad. And there's people all over the streets too, constantly getting bumped into. How do you stand it? Well, if you can do it, I guess it can't be that hard. Maybe I'll just have to grow up. Do you know what the best route is to get downtown? Specifically close to Hanlon Crossing? Oh, really? Huh, I guess I hadn't heard of that line. It's been tough keeping up with all of the schedules and stuff. It feels like everything's constantly changing, and yet at the same time I just can never find out how they coordinate this stuff. I'm always waiting around at the station forever. I just want to go straight home, I feel like it would almost be faster to walk at some point. But then I looked that up on Google Maps, and what do you know? It's actually about a 3-hour walk. So yeah, not doing that either. If my trip's gonna be 3 hours regardless, I'd prefer to be sitting down for most of it. Plus, my dad pays the train fare. What? You have to pay for your own? That sucks. Where do you get the money? And you have a part-time job that you have to go to after this whole trip? Jeez, you poor thing. Oh well, I wish I could help out somehow. Just 'cause I pity you, but... if it works, it works. I won't try and make you reliant on me. But... yeah, that other line you told me about? Maybe I'll start taking that, but... this train hasn't been so bad so far. Maybe I'll stick with this one after all. Not that it has anything to do with you, but, like, if we're both gonna be taking the same train anyway, we might as well just go home together, right? You wouldn't mind? Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah. Of course you'd be happy to go home with me, anyone would. Consider yourself lucky. Jeez, it's been a long day. I'm not looking forward to seeing my dad when I get home. He's really bad at cooking, but he tries anyway, and I always feel obligated to eat whatever he's made. I just wish he'd order pizza now and then. It's not like he can't afford it. His dumb lawyer job. Growing up around him has made me see that I'd never want to go into law. What do I want to do? I've thought a lot about it, and when I was younger, I was for sure thinking I was going to become a clothing designer, like one of those big fashion names. But now I'm not so sure I care. Been thinking more and more about maybe being a hairdresser. I think that would be fun. Or maybe some other kind of cosmetology profession. My dad keeps saying that he's put all this money aside for when I go to university, but hell, I don't even know if I'm going to go to university. What about you? Do you have big plans for the future? I guess that's kind of cool. You'll have to let me know whether or not it works out. Or if you change your mind. So I know we haven't, really talked before, so I guess it must be a little weird that I did approach you. I hope you don't mind. I've actually, well... never mind. Forget I said anything. We just happened to meet on the train, that's all. At least it's a smooth ride. The bus wasn't always so pleasant. There are a fair amount of potholes around the school, and the road is kind of uneven. I couldn't even drink out of my water bottle while we were driving, or else it would spill all over my uniform. But the train is kind of just gliding through the air. I mean, there's a bit of vibration from the wheels against the tracks or whatever, but I could definitely, read a book without getting a headache. Do you read a lot? Yeah? I actually love reading, though I tend to just do it at home. I always have something else going on at school, like someone to talk to, plans to make, homework to do. But I'm way into fantasy. I love being transported to a different world and just getting absorbed in the characters and their lives. There's so much cool stuff maybe I should become an author. But I'm not all that creative, so. What do you like to read? Oh, neat. What are you reading right now? No way. I just happened to pick that one up the other day. Maybe I should start reading it too. Then we can talk about it on the train home. If that's alright, I mean. I hope you don't think I'm just copying you. I did just, buy the book because I heard it was good. Not because I saw you with it. What do you mean that sounds suspicious? What, you think I'm just paying attention to you all the time? Get real. Okay, well, maybe I bought it because I saw you were reading it in homeroom one time, and then I looked it up and heard it was good. So I guess it kind of has to do with you, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm not just a stalker or something. I just happened to see you reading one day. But yeah, I just finished the Chainbreakers Chronicles. Have you heard of it? Yeah, well, it's about these people. They're mages, and they have all these magical powers. But they live in the modern day, and they're not allowed to show the public that they can use magic. So they have to hide and practice in secret. And it has to do with this one person who recently discovered they're a mage, and they accidentally get noticed by this enemy organization. And, well, it's cool. I recommend it. Stuff like that really makes me wish I was more creative and could come up with cool ideas. I'm mostly excited because Chainbreakers is going to be a movie series soon. Ugh, I can't wait to see who they cast. Oh, you know what else would be neat? Being like an actor or actress, and then getting cast as a favorite book character. And getting to use your vision to enact what you think that they were supposed to be like. That would be so cool. But I know that being an actor is hard. And it takes a lot of luck to get good. And it takes a lot of luck to make it. So, maybe I'll just stick with being a hairdresser after all. Not the end of the world. Maybe I can even do hair and makeup for actors and actresses, if I get lucky. I hope you don't mind that I'm talking to you so much. I just figured better than sitting in silence and being bored, and I don't want to waste the data on my phone, especially since whenever we go in those train tunnels, it cuts out. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I could read, but I don't know, I'm kind of jittery today. Being on a new train always makes me nervous, like I'm getting lost. And for some reason, you're just really easy to talk to. Kind of calming, even. But don't let that go to your head. I don't mean anything by it. I feel like we're totally different people, but at the same time, I think we could be good friends. So I'm kind of glad I took this line today. In fact, I've kind of been looking for you on the different lines. I knew you didn't take the bus home, but I figured when I would see you going down into the underground station that you must be riding the trains, and Well, before my transfer onto this one, I thought today was another bust. But here you are. I finally found you. Does that sound creepy and pathetic? I don't want to be weird. Truth is, I've just always been kind of interested in you. You're like this enigmatic person that otherwise I'd never get to talk to because we just have such different lives. But you seemed just... I don't know. I guess the fact that you like to read like I do. And that you're pretty smart. But you're not like one of those nerds that feels the need to flaunt it all the time. I just always wanted to get to know you. So yeah, sure my dad did move, but if anything, it was just a perfect opportunity for me to actually get to talk to you. I'm really glad that this line was the right one, because it's kind of the longest. Gives us the most time to be together, right? Oh, that sounds so creepy. I must seem like a total stalker. I swear I'm not. I just don't have a lot of friends on my level, you know? So it'd be really cool if I finally got to talk to someone who had a bit more substance. And I mean, you're kind of cute too. So maybe this is a weird and abrupt thing for me to say, but I may not know you all that well, but I do kind of have a crush on you. And you better not tell anyone. Just stays between you and me, on this train. And that doesn't mean that I want to start dating right away or anything, but I figured I'd let you know that I'm just interested in getting to know you better. And I don't want it to be, like, awkward. I just want to talk and hang out, and maybe this train is the best opportunity to do that. So don't feel the need to go out of your way for me. And if I've made you uncomfortable and you never want to see me again, just let me know. Really? You want to get to know me better too? Okay, cool. Then I guess it's agreed. Tomorrow after school, you and I'll meet up before we go to the station. Awesome. Thanks for giving me a chance. I know I'm probably not the easiest person to talk to, and I've heard that I'm kind of intimidating, but I think we're gonna get along really well.